Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, as the fourth speakers of this presentation, I will explain about the principle and guideline for communication for children. Well, the principle of communication for children, there are four principles. First is communication for children should be age appropriate, child friendly, and the second is communication for children should address the child holistically, and the third is the communication for children that should positive and straight beside, and the last principle that communication for children should address the need and abilities for all, including those who are most disadvantaged. And for the guideline for communication for children, that there are four guideline principle. The first is use child appropriate language, character, stories, music and humor. And the second is encourage and model interaction. Encourage and model interaction that should have with the children in the communication, because this is crucial for them to know the communication for children. And the third is use special effect judiciously and wisely. And for the second principle, the second guideline, and that there are three guidelines of the second guideline. The first is use an integrate rather than a single issue approach to communication. The second, a fair positive model for adults in their relationship with children. And the third is create safe haven as part of communication. And for the third guideline, also there are four guideline principle. Well, for the first is build self-confident as well as competent, and second, use positive modeling, and the third, include children as active citizen who model social justice and mobilization, and the fourth is do no harm. That the third guideline for principle the communication for children. And for the last guideline, or the fourth guideline principle, there are four guidelines. The first is reflect the dignity of each and every child and adult. And the second, be inclusive. It means celebrate and value all type of diversity. And the third, ensure communication is free of stereotypic. And the last, or the fourth, is reflect and nurture the positive aspect of indigenous cultures and tradition. These are the guidelines for communication for children. So the guideline that must have by children, there are four guidelines. There are four guidelines for make the communication of children that as good as possible. Okay, that's all I can deliver to you. Thank you very much. we'll continue to the next speakers. I'm Syamsul Arifin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.